Welcome to Toffee TV. Me and Andy are here live at 5:15. See, when we do live at 5, it is live sometime between 5 and 6.
Five's in the title. Like
yeah, 5's in the title. We don't complicate the matter by saying it's going to be 5 o'clock. Life doesn't work like that.
Fair enough.
We don't conform to typical standards of timekeeping. Time is a man-made invention. It's not a real thing.
Heavy start to the show. Heavy.
Well, there you go. Niall Peckham says live at 5. 3 laughing, smiley, crying faces.
Close enough.
Graham Finch says, I'm a patient man today, as always, Ped. Stoll says, alright, Ped, Baz and Andy. Baz is not here. In the villa, it's got one of those alligator cages on it. Either that, right? Or he's sitting on a little moped doing the going to the top. It's one or the other. I'm not sure, but I know it doesn't. They have like in Florida, they have like alligator proof things.
The Everton leather thing wasn't necessary, though, was it?
No,
it was not necessary.
It was not necessary. Max Redfern says hello, Baz and Ped. Again,
I'm not Baz.
Disrespectful to Andy.
What's a foot taller, foot wider.
Samuel says, all right, lads, how's your day been? How's your day been, Andy?
Sounds, yeah, got some work done. All right.
There you go. The stream I'm predicting is going to be all right, as long as I don't stand on any of those wires.
Yeah.
Tom says, do you guys think Dean will be fit for Friday?
Fingers crossed. I hope so. I don't even know if Leighton Baines is going to be fit for Friday, so I'm hoping Dean is. Otherwise, then you've got to say we hope Fabian Delph is, and then after that, I hope that Sidibe's ready to play. Quite a lot of ifs and buts at the moment in that position.
Martin Hensey says Andy Piv and Marcel Brands combined is a lethal double act.
No, he's a smarter man than I. He could do a much better job than I. He actually knows probably more players than I do, so he's my greater.
Russell Smith says, evening Andy and Ped. Question for Ped, what is your history within media? How did you start, etc.? Well, I started doing a podcast and just grew out of that, and every time a door shut in my face, which was a lot of doors, I just went and done my own.
So that's why you look like that.
It's why I look like this. I just went on and done my own thing, because people in media, some people in media, like to keep it a close shop because they did a degree. Ooh, I did it. So what if you did a degree? I don't care. You're not live at some time between 5 and 6 on a Wednesday on YouTube, are you? Living the dream. That was basically it. I've just seen one from... Where's it gone? This is the problem. It moves so quick.
Just slow it down.
Right.
Slow it down.
Keith Van Santi, the famous Dutch bounty hunter, says, I'm going to Liverpool for work in December. Can't wait to watch Everton play for the first time and see Goodison Park. Is right, Keith. When you say for work, who are you checking? Who are you coming to get? Someone in Liverpool.
Is his name Kurdish?
Carl Molyneux said that heard any news on the injury situation.
No.
What else?
Got press conference tomorrow, wasn't he?
Tom says, how long can Calvert-Lewin keep playing up front without scoring goals?
Probably another couple of games, I guess, at the minimum. I think Mark Silva doesn't want him to put Kean in the side before he's ready to play in his system. Or they just want to throw him in because the system will fall down around him unless there's a particular type of centre forward playing in front. So I think that's what he wants him to do.
I've said it all along. You've got to get a player in there who knows the system like Dom does, and then we work from there. Yeah. It's not a case of me sitting here going, oh, I love Dominic Calvert-Lewin, he's amazing. He's not amazing, but
he fits the system.
But he fits the system at the moment.
Yeah.
What am I looking at? I'm looking at loads of people talking about Villa and the score.
I'm saying 3-1, by the way.
The football reader says, hope you do good this season. He's a Spurs fan. Someone just said, when is the new kit? Friday, apparently. Friday's getting released and revealed.
We playing in it?
I don't think so. I think it clash with Villa, wouldn't it?
Would it? Villa playing Maroon.
It's navy. No,
Are those black?
well, it's navy. It's midnight blue. Midnight blue.
Is it with these colours?
Midnight into your oasis.
Sounds worse here, trust me.
What's that other question I've just seen there?
What Patreon?
I'm going to check Patreon now. I just want to get through some of these. Jai93 says, watching from China. Thanks for my Everton fix. Can't wait for Friday. Saturday 3 a.m. for
Hello,
me.
China.
Is right.
Hello, Cleveland.
One night in China. I've just seen a question here. Where's it gone? Someone's just said, Modern Snipe 97 says, thoughts on Esk article.
Oh, I've just said, I think there's basis in it, there's basis of truth in it. Obviously, it's not always like that. It doesn't work always like that in football. People obviously put money in. We never really seem to be sure. But I do think the model in which why are we trying to sign players under 26 is because they do have selling value. And we will sell players. Now, maybe in 2 seasons' time, we sell one of the players that everyone likes now, but we sign 3 players to make us even better. I've got no problem in that.
Keith Van Santi says he's here for modelling work. There you
Wax
go.
modelling?
There you go. Louise Irwin, hello. She said, can you please mention me? I've just mentioned you.
Howdy.
James Garvo, who I hope is keeping out of trouble.
Why is he in trouble?
I'm just saying, James Garvo gets himself into some heavy trouble. Says, where do you think Iwobi will play?
I think starting off the left, probably. I think still be Sigurdsson probably in the next couple of weeks. But then again, that depends on the form of Bernard. I think Iwobi's going to have to work himself in, and hopefully he does. There's something we're missing.
Marvin says, watching from Canada. Is right, Marv. He's starving. What's happening over on Patreon? Patreon. Let's see. Stephen Kelly says, looking forward to going to Villa Park, one of my favourite away grounds. Is there any players in the Championship or even any other lower divisions you can see making the jump into the Premiership? I actually rate Bradley Dack and also Barles from Cov.
Bayliss has gone to Preston now. He'd be a good player in the Championship. In terms of League 1 and League 2, I really shouldn't be discussing that at the moment, so I'll probably leave that one. And in terms of the Championship, there is some good players in the Championship. I particularly like Tom Edwards, who's a right back at Stoke. Let me have a little think. Dack's a good player, but as I say, I've said to people before, he needs to play in a particular system. Brentford have got Brian Mbeumo, who they just signed from Troyes. He's a very good player. There's some good players in the Championship, yeah. Bielik, who's gone from Arsenal to Derby as well.
Owen J. Peter says, hoping Dean is good for Friday. Any thoughts whether Delph will cover left back? Well, Delph, don't even know if he's fit, do we?
I'd worry about him playing left back for Everton because it's a completely different style of play. The Man City, where they took in inverted wing backs next to the centre midfielders, it's completely different sticking at left back for us. So I'd worry about Delph at left back. He can play there though. John
Byrne, hello. Alex Stevens says, hope your hump day has been great. What do you think Everton will need to be the most what do you think Everton will need to be most worried about playing against Villa on Friday?
Keeping Jack Grealish quiet, really, in terms of it, in breaking down the lines of defence. He's particularly, he is adept at doing that. He can just carrying the ball with his feet or passing is particularly good. And then keeping Wesley quiet, I suppose. But I think they'll be able to. Wesley's not a striker that should give Michael Keane or Yerry Mina much trouble.
Bernadette says, been to Villa plenty of times over the years. Their supporters are great. If Villa are winning, if they are losing or playing badly, they are quick to boo rather than support.
It's going to be booing Friday, then, aren't
Who
they?
does that sound like in the past? That's why it's important to get a quick start, isn't it? Get into them from the start. Don't let that crowd get up for it.
Yeah, because they can be quite a good crowd, but obviously it's
you'll like this question. Owen J. Peters says, and this is aimed at me, but I know you'll have a thought on this. Are you sad as I am about the Spider-Man news? MCU won't be the same without him.
We had a big long discussion about this before.
I'm crushed by it. Crushed I am by the Spider-Man news. It's
a lot of tears shed.
It's awful. Yeah. It needs to get sorted out. This can't. It can't. Certain things didn't happen in Endgame for this. I don't want to spoil it. So it better get sorted out. It's just pure greed. Pure greed on both sides of this. Think about the fans.
They don't think about the fans.
They better, because we're the ones who pay. We pay their wages.
I think they'd get them anyway if you didn't go.
All right. Joe Mack says pictures of Dean training were released earlier today.
Hopefully it's full training then.
Hopefully. Derek Hulton, alright Derek, says, hi guys, Derek's in the house. There you go.
Yo.
I'm hoping Dean is fit for Friday. Has been the #1 signing so far from Marcel. Do you know anything about the behind closed doors friendly? Sounded as though if Marco wants the newbies in sooner or later. I imagine that'll be next week, won't it? Because it's a longer week, Friday to the following Sunday. It's quite a long week, so they can get a game in maybe Tuesday or Wednesday.
He wants to see where they're up to. Really wants to start pushing them on that right for first team, especially Stevie and Obi we had to play. And Kean obviously needs more minutes in the match.
Robert Foe, I don't know if it's quiet, mate, because I can't hear myself, so you might just have bad headphones. I don't know, but it seems okay everywhere else. I am imagine no one else has said it's quiet. Let us know if there's any worries with the sound. Let us know. Bass Van Tilburg says, "Aloha, beauty is looking good."
Well, thank you.
There you go. Bass Van is getting involved. He says, they say, because I don't know if that's a man or a woman, says, will we see a Wobie?
I hope so. I think he's going to add something to the side that we currently haven't got in terms of carrying the ball with his feet, in terms of strength, the ability to break through tackles, the ability to create chances. So hopefully we can get him in the squad. But again, if everyone plays well each week, then it makes it harder, but at least he's pushing them then to make them better, so it all works. It's a carousel, circular.
A couple of people have said the sound's a little bit low. I'll just tie that up. I'll just tie that up.
Now you're gonna blow people's ears off.
I know. Now you all start complaining that it's too loud, or the stream will go down now because I've turned it up.
It's very temperamental.
Do you think we should start 2 strikers up front?
If you ever look back over a couple of days ago, me and Sean, who's at the half space, discussed this. Possibly you could go Kean and Richarlison up front in the future. It just depends if you play a diamond in midfield or play something similar to what Leipzig played last season and the season before under Ragnick and Hasenhüttl. So yeah, you can do that. I wouldn't mind seeing that as long as the system behind it was correct for us, not just a flat 4-4-2, of course.
Gio says, need to cook me tea, fish fingers or burgers, Ped. I mean, well, there's 2 of us here. I mean, I think that's a bit disingenuous too.
It's alright. You're obviously a fish man, I can tell.
I do like
fish finger butties
I
nice.
do. I'm not into all that.
What?
No, I'm not into that, mate. That's not a mix I'm prepared to make. Fish on bread is not.
It's just 2 ingredients. You're not exactly putting gravy all over it, is it?
That's no. I generally have fish on a Thursday and burgers on a Friday.
So Good Friday burgers.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't. I mean, apologies if you're religious, but that's just
I'm not.
That's just utter bollocks.
Whoa, let's pump the brakes.
No, as far as I'm concerned,
in your humble opinion.
In my opinion, it's.
Well, I'm not a follower of it, of course, either. But yeah, I respect people's views.
So have whatever you want. Whatever's in, have whatever you want.
Fish 7 days a week. It's lovely.
Someone just said Leicester and Wolves are looking so good.
Oh, you all gotta like
what? What?
I think Wolves and Leicester will be good this season. Just give them time.
Sophie Gallagher says, why isn't Silva starting Moise Kean? Calvert-Lewin is not a threat at all.
Sophie, I think he's just getting Moise bedded into the system first. I understand people are getting a bit impatient the fact that Dom hasn't scored probably for I think it's probably 10 games now. I'm not too sure how many games it is. It's just that I think Silva wants to feel confident that when he plays him for 90 minutes, he's going to be able to fit the system perfectly. And there's no harm in playing Dom at this moment in time while everyone beds in and gets up to speed with the league. So it's fine for now.
Tashi Swiss EFC 1878 says, guys, keep up the good work. Love the live stream and the podcast. Chuffed to attend the home game on September the 29th, being 6 years. That's Man City, isn't it? Man City.
Lucky you. Man City.
Hope to spot you guys. Hello from Switzerland.
Hello.
There you go. Michael Winstanley says, would you start Moise Kean on Friday?
No.
I wouldn't personally. I'd wait till Lincoln and then I'd start him.
Yes, I'd start Lincoln and watch him get some confidence there, yeah. So, he's a good player. It's just that we need to be, it took Dean a couple of games to get bedded in, didn't it, last year, before he got the job off paid, so we need to do the same again.
Steve Hardy says, hi lads, I'm listening because he can't see the screen while putting together a 4-door flat pack wardrobe. Not at all stressful, honest.
Swedish
there you go. I think that's the kind of service we're providing. People have said before they like listening to this show while they're making the tea, or maybe while they're doing
talking to the wife,
while they're not talking to the wife, or while they're putting up wardrobe. So if there's anything you're doing while you're listening to us, let us know in the comments. Straight after Spandau Ballet, we'll be right back after these
And
adverts.
younger people, that's Harry Enfield.
Drew Yardley says he's in Vietnam, in Ho Chi Minh City.
Oh, it'd be lovely.
There you go, Ho Chi Minh City. I can't think of a name. Calvert-Lewin isn't good enough. Come on, Ped. Right, that's like, listen. That's fine. Like, that's fine. But does that mean you just throw in a player who's got no experience of the Premier League, the system, and has only had a couple of weeks training? Think it's a long season. You bed players in slowly, so that once they're in, they are in.
Yeah. Well, just go back and look at Dean last year. The way he didn't start the first couple of games. Same with Gomez. Waited for him to get fit. Brought him on in Palace, was it? Played the second half against Palace, and then he started playing from the
Plus, don't have a go at me. Have a go at the manager.
I'm not the manager.
Well, I'm pointing in the general direction of Finch fan.
No, it's not Finch.
Well,
I wish it was the manager. It's good pay. Stress, of course, but yeah.
do you think Gabaman would be starting games yet if we had others available? That is from Stowe.
I believe he would. I think if Schneiderlin hadn't got sent off, then maybe yes, maybe no would be the answer. I don't think if Delph was fit, it'd be Delph in midfield, though. I think Silva's made it perfectly clear that he believes that one of the two need to play him.
Minter says, are you happy Liverpool are much better than you? I'm not, but I'm happy that you're a virgin.
At the end of the day, who cares?
Yeah.
You know, it's with different entities, with different clubs, who cares?
Basically, you're spending your spare time watching an Everton stream.
Thank you for the view.
There you go. What else is more?
What about Patreon?
I'll go to Patreon in a minute.
Just trying to keep you.
I know, it's trying to keep me honest. Shay is in Belfast. Nice one, Shay. Shay Mina H is currently washing the dishes. Again, providing a great service for people.
I like to watch podcasts.
Gio says, everything you're saying about Ped, about Kean not playing is kind of BS, because I'd say Kean is more ready than Gabaman. Yeah, but the difference with Gabaman is, right? Gabaman has been brought in to replace a player who's left the club. Moise Kean hasn't. Also, I don't think Gabaman would be playing if Delph was fit and if Schneiderlin has got suspended.
I think more Schneiderlin. But I also say one's 19 with less than 35 games under his belt. The other's played over 100 games in Germany. So I think the more he's 23, he's more experienced. That's the difference here. I think that Gabaman would have been brought in slowly as well if Schneiderlin hadn't got suspended.
There's a lot of games of football. Just let people bed in.
Got to get to the FA Cup final.
Let people bed in to the club, the system. When Moise Kean came on Saturday, I would use the word exciting, but I would also use the word erratic.
Yeah, he was a bit all over the place. He didn't really know his place, did he? Yet.
So just let him bed into the club. Let him get into the club.
It's exciting, though. It is exciting.
It is exciting. I'm fully behind the kid. It's not about, I think Dominic Calvert-Lewin is amazing.
But he fills what he needs.
He's doing the job for now.
I hope he scores on Friday, to be honest with you. I really do. Really hope he shows people.
John Hunt says, what do you both think of the Flagship Goodison? Split between a lot of people. Is it something you would like to see more of Goodison? If not, what would you like to see more of?
I wouldn't like to see it every week, of course, because I think then it loses its appeal. But I would like to see it, every so often to get the atmosphere going. But, and I've got, to be honest with you, I don't subscribe to the theory that it's very copite, or it's like, it's, I don't know, it's like it's a bit cringy. It's just trying to get the atmosphere going. Some games of Goodison over the last couple of years have been awful. It's been dead. So I'd rather have the atmosphere, a bit of a nice visual for fans watching around the world as well, to show us we are a great ground. Liverpool always do it.
Yeah, I'm happy with whatever wants to be said, done. Sorry, to make the atmosphere better.
You mean like singing? Said.
Yeah. Whatever needs to be done. Eamon says, got off with. Not Eamon as in Eamon like Holmes. Amin. Sorry, I don't know how to pronounce your name. Got off work early, so can finally enjoy a live at 5. Get you and the Piv and Baz over here, and we will have an episode of Toffee TV on the Rock of Gibraltar.
That'd be lovely.
I'm scared of the monkeys. Have you been to Gibraltar? Have you ever been on the Rock?
No, and it's a hub for betting sites as well.
Well, it is. That's where they all go.
Yeah.
The monkeys are all over the gaff. I'd time have you off.
Well, we can interview them then. You mean like the monkeys who sang songs in the 60s?
Hey, hey. There's only one of them left, isn't there?
Yeah, Dave Jones is gone, isn't
Dave Jones, Mickey's got. There's 2 left.
he? Okay.
Yeah.
Sad. Probably just gone over everyone's head under 30.
Baz is sending me messages on the phone there. I can see him. He's a prick.
Is he watching, do you reckon?
I hope so. Otherwise,
he's not contributing, is he? He should be removed from his position.
What else are we looking at here? Thoughts? We've just mentioned Spider-Man. We're desperately sad. Desperately sad. Warm jam, which I don't know whether that's the best jam or not.
Well, it's on toast. It's warm, isn't it?
Says, thoughts on the current state of punditry on Sky and BT?
Horrendous, like really. Some people are good. I know Neville had a bit of a faux pas when he didn't know key when you went to Sky.
Yeah.
But I think their tactical analysis is pretty good. But I just can't stand anymore of the chat soccer Saturday with people pretending to know players when they clearly don't, and they're not providing any insight. All they're just saying is, in my day we did this and we did that, and you've got biased people for Liverpool all over the show. I think it needs to change. I think you need people, actual analysts on there who can break the game down properly.
I personally think there should be more journalists on TV.
I do, I agree. There's a jockocracy.
Who understand the game. There's this idea that only people who understand football are ex-professionals. It's nonsense. The best show that used to be on TV was the European football show that was on BT. It was the best show.
Yeah, because they had James Horncastle. People, I listen to their podcasts. They're very good.
People who actually understand the game and just don't go, I don't know much about them, but it's not acceptable.
He scored goals in Holland. Shut up.
It's not acceptable that they don't know enough about them.
Well, yeah, I suppose you can't know every player, but have some knowledge of European football if you can talk about it. Exactly.
Joe says, do you think we will play 4-3-3 when players are fit?
I think we'll transition towards it, whether that's before Christmas or after Christmas. I don't know yet. It depends on how the team's doing, how certain players are playing.
You know what you got to do? Let players settle in. Got to let people.
The theme of this show today is let players settle in. Brought to you by Everton Football Club. Not really though, obviously, because they wouldn't acknowledge us. On me anyway.
Today's letter is Lionsy65 says, evening gents, just wondering why people are worried about Leighton stepping in for Lucas if he's injured. Probably because they've seen him play in the last 12 months. I've no problem with someone who's been a brilliant servant for us or anyone. I don't think that we're worried about Leighton. We just don't want to miss Dean.
I'm worried about Leighton Baines, I'm going to be honest.
Well, I'm more worried about Dean because I think Dean is such an important player for us.
Yeah, that's obviously one side of it, yeah. But Leighton Baines defensively has gone off the boil in the last 3 or 4 years, and he's decent going forward now, but his legs aren't the same. Over 2 games, maybe I'll be fine with that. 5, 6, 7 going on from that, I'd be very worried.
I think the problem is, sorry, I'm just watching my feet to make sure I don't stand on anything, but I need to stretch my legs.
Stop doing tap dance,
is that because Baines has lost the ability to get forward as much, and he's not necessarily a great defender, it's taken away from his game.
But he's still a great passer, I will give him that. He's still the best passer in the squad, I think.
He's still the coolest man in football.
Not Tom Davis was.
No, I love Tom, but he's not the coolest man in football.
I
like the fact
that he's got proverbials of steel, dressing like that.
I like the fact that he does what he wants, and he does what he wants, and he's one of our own. I like the fact that he does all that, but that saying he's not. That doesn't make him.
I reckon he's cool. I'm going to give it to him.
He's cool because he does his own thing, but Leighton's cooler.
Oh, Leighton's cool, but he's not the 6th member of the Arctic Monkeys, though, is he?
Isn't he? I thought he was. Tom Davis is more.
He's the 5th Beatle.
Okay, there you go. Steve Donahue says, "Hi lads, who do you think we will? Do you think we will ever go to a real 4-3-3 this season, or do you think it'll be much later in the season? Good to see Andy doing more work on Toffee. Say work. On Toffee TV. Keep. I didn't for the first 4 years, so keep up the good work.
I still don't get paid in 4 years.
I aim to pay you in 4 years. That's all I'm saying.
That's good. That's a promise.
And Jack's also said, when do we think we'll see 4-3-3?
I think it'll be either, but it depends on how the team gets on. Really, if we're playing well on the 4-2-3-1, you're probably not gonna.
We keep on mentioning it, right? And people think we're doing this player a disservice, but Gylfi Sigurdsson really is the key, isn't he?
It's the key, because then I think if Gylfi lost his potency, or if he lost his ability to change games, and say he had to run 10 bad games, then I think we might see a change. But until then, until his importance wanes, then we won't see a change.
You can't play a proper 4-3 with Gylfi in it. So it's all, so like you're just saying, it's all got to do is how long he can keep that job going for. And that's not me trying to get him out the team, because
it's Marco Silva.
He's bedded in. It's what I'm saying is that you need more of a flat three.
Yeah.
Look at how they play.
We play slightly different. Then we play a lot more like they would when they have Fabinho a tiny bit deeper. That'd be Gabanin in this case.
Stephen Kelly says favourite away ground and why?
Highbury was unreal.
Okay.
And then I went to Spurs at the end of last season. That was
what score was it? We went to Highbury.
I'm trying to think now. We got beat. The windows on the bus got bricked for rather. I'm not going to get into it. Moving on.
I only went once and we got beat 4-3 and they won the league. They got the league the day, but it was a dead good day,
right?
Because it was the end of Moise's first season. I think they won the league, but we got like Franny Jeffers scored for them. Funny enough, but it was like we sort of like got our pride back. So we
were playing for pride. Is what you're telling me?
No, but what I mean is that we played well. We were playing the champions. We got beat by them 4-3. You're not gonna you know what I mean. It wasn't like no one was fuming. Everyone was like, you've done really well there. We've come a long way. So there you go.
Tell you what the worst was, Burnden Park, Bolton. Awful ground.
Burnden Park. Well, I went to Burnden Park. I went to Mike Walker's first game. FA Cup. No, we drew 1-1.
Right, yeah.
Paul Rideout scored, and then Paul Holmes kicked it onto the bar. And then they scored off. He kicked onto our bar, then they got a tap in.
Like a Sylvester in the League Cup start.
And then the replay, they come to Goodison. We were 2-0 up. Stuart Barlow scored both of them, right?
Jigsaw.
He was playing amazingly. Second goal was brilliant. He went off injured, and then we got beat 3-2.
Stuart Barlow.
But
so we went to pieces in that case.
That sums Stuart Barlow's career up more than anything ever in the history.
He's still in the bakery.
James John Bain says fish finger butties, yum with brown sauce.
I like brown sauce more than any of the sauce, but ketchup.
Not tartar.
No, butties. Where are you from?
Oh yeah, I know. The worm terms. Where are you from? But behave yourself. Before
tartar sauce on butties.
So you can have two ingredients, but you can't have a third. Is that what you're saying?
I just want to say ketchup's fine, but I wouldn't use tartar sauce on a butty.
Oh, I'm not being funny. This is a Tory metric by any means. When we went to London and we signed for Ball Street, and I remember when we signed for Ball Street, we went down.
To a press conference.
Liam Wright was there, and because he was a shareholder, and it was hilarious. He came in. There's this door, and it was a lovely summer's day, and he came in on a motorbike.
As you do.
Come in like into the room, and then smashed all the pictures on the wall. and every time I've been down to Ball Street Studio since, the pictures are still smashed.
Yeah, but it's a memory, isn't it?
It's a memory of Ian, and we talked to Ian like all night. He was like, but we went around the corner to a pub, and it was like they got everyone fish finger butties, because it was London. It was like ciabatta, and
probably with tartar sauce on.
It would have had tartar. It was lovely. I did enjoy them.
So is that your memory? Your bad memory is the motorbike plus the tartar sauce?
Well, what else was there to think about?
Sign for Ball Street. Wonderful.
3 times fair. Jack Collins says enjoying the cameos from Cam and they're not cameos.
Unfortunately, regular.
Word up. Only some people will get that. You get that cameo? Word up. No. Word up. If Villa come at us and leave space in behind, it could be goals.
Was that video 90s?
It was, yeah. Wasn't that an Alan Partridge thing?
Yeah.
Goals! Shit! He's got a foot like attraction. Brilliant sketch. More importantly, I think a big issue is the lack of goals from Mina and Kean. I honestly think the lack of goals from the centre forwards is more of an issue.
Probably is.
Seems a confidence issue. Michael Keane seems apologetic in the box and attacking corners.
Apologetic?
That's what it says, doesn't it?
Is he sorry that he missed it?
Yeah, it said apologetic.
Oh, it's okay.
Alex Stevens says, I'm in North Carolina listening to you guys while cleaning the gutters out. But I mean, that is probably the most appropriate thing to be doing. Out on the roof of my house. I'll be careful. Don't go.
Fantastic there as well.
Don't go full thing out. What was his name with the emu?
Rod Hull.
Rod Hull. You know how he died, don't you?
Somersault, not off his house.
Fell off his roof fixing his Sky dish so we could watch the Champions League final in '99.
Isn't
True
it-
story.
Did he have the emu on though? That would have been
That's
dangerous.
probably why. He was probably fixing the Sky dish with one hand, and suddenly the emu come round on the other side of the dish and went,
Pecked him.
shouldn't really laugh.
If Rod's family's watching, we apologise.
But did he do it in the pink windmill? Don't you know what the pink... Oh, man. You have never lived. So there was a... Put it this way. In the 80s, we used to watch a man on TV
Called Jimmy Savile.
with an... him as well. And his arch rival was a woman called Grot Bags.
What?
Right? And he lived in a pink windmill. And nobody questioned this whatsoever. And you wonder why the generation is the way it is. Or all the generations. I can't believe you've never heard the Grot Bags and the pink windmill.
I'm 33, not 65.
And he had one of her like lackeys was the Croc.
The Rock?
The Croc.
Oh, right, okay. No, I don't know.
Oh man, you people have never lived.
We tried.
North Carolina's not far from Orlando, is it?
Go and say what's the bad.
Probably about 2 states and about 3,000 miles. That's not far from America, just jump in the car.
That's longer than the journey down to London, but yeah, go on.
Keith Melbourne says, fish finger buddy, red sauce, winner.
Yes,
there
true.
you go.
True.
But on bacon on toast, brown sauce is,
yeah, the one, yeah.
this is something we can agree on.
It's brown sauce with everything except that.
Graham says, who would you start in the 2 central midfield roles on Friday night?
Gomez and Gabam, get the
Yeah, I'd go Gomez Gabam, and I'd just go with that now.
Push it.
I'd go with that. And people will be like, why are you letting him and not?
Well, they're playing in midfield 3 Villa, so you want someone you want 2 players who, you want someone sitting deep, so it'll either be Schneiderlin or Gabam.
Listen, Moise Kean, right? I'd start on Wednesday night against Lincoln, and if he plays well, keep him in the side. And when I say plays well,
Scores.
keeps the shape.
Yeah.
Keeps the shape for the rest of the
Does
team.
what Marcus Southern
right?
requires, yeah.
But absolutely 100%, when we come back from the international break, right, then start playing him. Honestly.
You probably go away with this, won't you?
Yeah. Derek Hilton says, I'm missing the Jaffa cakes. Where is the little gopher? Send them the shop. We've got loads, honestly, but I'm trying to... I don't like... Because I used to just sit in the air, just eating.
Yeah, but Joe's not here to give us... And Baz is not here to give me a race. You're not really fulfilling the requirements of me ride, are you? The tepid water's here, of course.
I'm the kind of guy, if you ask me for a drink or a
right.
bar of chocolate, I will get you it. But I'm not going to bombard you all day. I'm not the lackey. I'm the boss.
The boss?
I'm the boss.
The boss?
Stephen Kelly says, any more news on the Patreon night for all members? Would be great to get the PIV involved.
I'll make an appearance.
So this is something we've been trying to get sorted, and we will get sorted. It's for all our patrons to do an exclusive night where we get proper night where you all get to meet, have a couple of guests, have a Q&A, get some guests that we have on the show, and also some maybe an ex-legend, maybe
Best Angel.
Yeah, we'll get Brett. Love to get Brett on. Brett would be amazing. Right, what's happening on YouTube? See, YouTube's the place where the kickoffs are happening. How quick's this moving? That's boss. The kickoffs are happening. 352 people are watching. There's only 73 likes. I don't want to sound like Baz, but come on, we can do better than that.
At least 200. Come on.
I'm trying to keep up, so I'm gonna have to go back miles here. So people are probably still talking about
Dominic Calvert-Lewin.
I hate Dominic Calvert-Lewin.
No one hates Dominic Calvert-Lewin. They just want I think people are getting people want us to do well this season. I understand, but they're going to a couple of games. To be patient.
Let's have a look. I don't want to talk about conceding goals.
We're not going to concede goals, are we?
As long as we don't concede stupid goals. Blackhouse says, have you seen the new series of Mindhunter?
I'm up to episode 5.
Yeah. I haven't started it yet.
I was going to spoil it for me.
No, I haven't started it.
It's good.
I haven't started it.
It depends what you're into, but BTK is pretty scary individual, and obviously there's doing the Atlanta child murders, which is quite interesting.
Are you doing Son of Sam?
He's in it. David Berkowitz.
And they're doing Manson as well, aren't they?
He was on it as well. He was an interesting character as well.
Let's have a look. Jon Snow 5478 says.
The one who presents Channel 4 News?
No, the one who's in Game of Thrones.
Okay.
He says, results day tomorrow, I'm poo-pooing myself.
All I'll say about
Pray for me, Toffee TV. What is it Jesus is? tomorrow.
Whichever it is, it's not going to define the rest of your life. I didn't do great in my GCSEs. I probably should have done better. I've done all right for myself in life.
Let me tell you a story about a young man. He didn't do too well in his GCSEs. Went to work in a place that he had to do nights. Then went and worked on the railway where he done shifts. Then he went to work for the Royal Mail where he had to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning. Then he went to work on the taxis for 12 years. Now owns his own media company.
Well, it's great. All I'll say is I got a very well-paying job in banking, and I never had a degree, so don't worry about it too much. It can work out.
No, I don't like saying don't worry about it.
No, you should worry. You should. It doesn't define your life, though. No, you don't pass.
No,
that's the point.
It doesn't define your life. But whatever you do, like whether you get good results, I'm sure you'll get good results. You're watching us, which means you're
smart man.
You're intelligent, or you've become intelligent.
Sorry as well.
But whatever you do, just throw everything into it. It's like, again, no, like years ago when they were like, oh, you got to do this and do that. I say to like my nephews and stuff, if you ever want to do like get into YouTube or become like, I mean they're not my kid for a start, so I don't have to worry. But like, you know,
you can hand them back.
If you want to get like become a professional FIFA player, then at least work on becoming a professional FIFA player, or at least if you want to start a YouTube channel, put your heart and soul into it. Like. It doesn't matter what you want to do, whether it's academic or work on a building site or whatever. Put your heart and your soul into it and make it the best you can make it. And that's all you can ask for.
Same me, you know. I finished work in February and like, you know, all loads of good things that happened to me at the moment as a result of putting all my efforts into it.
I mean, the best things are happening to him right now. Well, I mean, to be fair, what I would say is though, I've watched your work and I'm thinking to myself, you ain't getting a better couch than that.
No, it's a comfy couch
to do your work on.
Well, I get to do both things here, don't I? Two different types of work.
There you go. I mean, this is not work.
No.
This is not. I mean, it's not work.
I actually enjoy coming here.
It's not work because he doesn't get paid.
No, it's good. It's volunteer work. It's a charity.
Amin says, the reason we watch you lads is because the quality of mainstream media is dire. Long live the bias and shite and long live fan TV. Well, to be fair, what I would love you to say is that even if the quality of TV media was amazing, you'd still watch us.
No, I'd hope so as well, but I'd also say that, like, you know, people on this channel can provide better analysis about Everton than people on Sky who don't watch us except for one game a week and don't really care about us that much, to be honest with you.
Sabayo Numero says,
Number one,
is there such a thing as a box-to-box defensive midfielder? Is Gabaman one?
That's a hard question to answer. Yes, but it depends on the role within the team. He can play box-to-box in a 2, which is the double pivot. But if he's playing in the 3 as a 6, I doubt he'd be going box-to-box as much because the point of a 6 is to sit deep and sort of patrol and sort of cover the back with the centre-backs and become a third centre-back in a lot of cases.
Anthony Ebert says, would you consider Sturridge? Well, no, because he's just signed a 3-year deal for
Transponsor. He's done a Kevin Campbell.
There you go.
Hopefully it works out for him better, I'm going to be honest. Poor Kev. I'm glad we got Kev.
I don't think it could work out worse.
No,
would you look, big fella says, would you look to get a backup to Sigurdsson next window or in the summer? And if so, who would you suggest?
But also will be having me. I don't think we'll buy a specific backup to Sigurdsson because I think that's limiting us because we don't actually. I think Silva going forward doesn't want to play this formation, so I think we'd sign an 8 who can play 10 or a winger. Like there will be another one who can play 10 off the right. So I think we will play some Walcott next summer.
Right. Jared Day says if the Corey came in, would we have played a 4-3-3 all year?
I think certain games would, certain games wouldn't. I think if you played like a Liverpool, then yes, you would play a 4-3-3. Because obviously you want to go match them in midfield. In certain teams, you might want to play another second striker like Sigurdsson. So it depends on who you play.
Dan Ev says, I don't enjoy football as much as I used to. It seems to be all about the money. The players are all show ponies and no real characters. Don't get me started on that. Am I just getting old?
It's not football's changed, hasn't it? I suppose everyone has great memories. It's always the memories of the past that always seem better. Football's good. It's just obviously we want I think we want the offside now ball rules to go back to what they were.
Listen,
It's not far, actually.
as you get older, in general, you probably should stop loving football a little bit than you used to. No, you genuinely, if you've got family and stuff, and you've got other responsibilities,
you don't want them to stop loving it. You'll get less views.
I don't care. You do whatever you want. They'll come to me from the respite of their families.
That's true.
But I think everyone just loves everything a little bit less. And do you know why? Because you've got less time for it. You've got less time for everything in your life as you get older.
I've got more time for football because it's my life.
To be fair, I've got more time with it, but because I've got more time, I don't want to spend all my time.
Yeah, you have to have breaks. Yeah, you do have to have like a 2-day break sometimes. It can be quite heavy.
Kieran Brown Bill says...
Brown Bill?
He says, if you two had... You two, as in...
Like the Irish rock band?
If you two had access to a tannoy system before a game, what songs would you have playing running up to the kickoff to gee everyone up? Everton not included, as they will be on as usual.
AC/DC Thunderstruck gets the crowd going. It's just the build-up, innit?
Yeah. Anything from AC/DC that's in the Iron Man film.
Yeah. Oh, Iron Man by Ozzy Osbourne and Black Sabbath.
Yeah. There's
loads. You know, it depends what you're into, but there's loads of good songs like that. Obviously, like there's all good songs from like the 90s and early 2000s, like Darude Sandstorm.
Do you know what?
Just get the crowd going.
Like clubs have teams. No, like clubs have songs.
Yeah.
Right, and like this, the fans just sing them. And it's just like, whatever that becomes their anthem. I'd love Everton to have an anthem that you could sing, and I'm proposing Swedish House Mafia. Right, don't you worry, child.
Why?
Could you imagine the Gladys Street all singing all the away and going, don't you worry, don't you worry.
But that's why I haven't related. That's why I've always thought.
How's Blue Moon related?
Well,
to Man City?
Playing Blue.
How's You'll Never Walk Alone related to Liverpool?
Because they stink. Anyway.
How is Hi Ho Silver related to Wolves? Is it?
I don't know.
That's what I'm asking you.
Well, I don't know. I'm just saying. I always thought that the Elton John song, that's why they call us the Blues, would be a good song to listen.
But that's too
awful.
I can just imagine. There was a time.
No.
But what are you? Someone just asked where you sit.
Top balcony.
Top balcony. No, why you sit in top balcony? Because you can analyse the whole game. Yeah. Take me into your little Gary Neville table. I'm telling you, bit of Swedish House Mafia, that should be our anthem. British CPA says, breaking news, D23 live streaming panels like Star Wars did. What's your thoughts on that?
Who? D23?
D23, so that's the Disney event at the weekend.
Oh, sorry, yeah, all right.
Where they're going to maybe have to explain Spider-Man. Sony!
Brian Blessed going there. So honestly, I am a bit of a geek, but not that. I don't know what D23 is.
So D23,
I know what E3 is and all
D23
that.
is like Disney's Comic-Con.
Okay.
Right, where it's a bit of it used to be like a corporate event, but now it's more like a fan event.
Are they going to show the Mandalorian?
So they'll probably show Mandalorian, and they might show like a bit of Disney.
Clips.
They might maybe announce that Obi-Wan series and things like that. So for me and Aaron, who that is, because we do the Nerd Social podcast. If you haven't watched, you could watch, but we can't anymore because YouTube have got rid of the Google thing that we used to use, so we can only do podcasts. But if you're into nerdy stuff, right, me and Aaron have a podcast called the Nerd Social Club that is on iTunes if you want to check that out.
A plug.
I can do whatever I want, it's my show. And Aaron last night spoke to somebody, I can't remember whose name
Kevin
it was.
Feige it was.
Yeah, it was Kevin Feige, about Spider-Man, and it was supposed to be like a 20-minute podcast. It's an hour long. How do I know that? Because I had to edit it this morning. That's how I know that. That's how committed I am to the course. Committed. So give that a listen, please. There you go. Aaron put the link in the comments. Come on, mate. Glenn Watson says, what position would we most likely make a flagship marquee signing? Surely a forward or a midfielder.
It depends what you mean by flagship, and I think everyone's been quite obsessed with the Rubinho Man City sort of meanings. I don't think Everton are going to be making that. We're a different project. I think the next big signing will be made at right wing.
Right. So Alfie Boy 0206 with the most Everton comment ever. Mina buyback clause, grimace emojis.
It's 55 million now. That's a good price.
They're never buying them back.
No, they're not. But it's a big price. So if we get 55 million, then happy days, isn't it?
Rosie says, if you could sign any player in the Premier League on a free to Everton on a 5-year contract, who would you pick?
Kevin De Bruyne, straight away. We'd had about 20 goals a season just from his passes.
Not a bad player.
No.
Andy Skywalker 69 says, only just joined. It's tough being 6 hours behind here in Alabama.
Roll Tide, as they like to
say. Keep up the good work. Love the channel. Might have been asked before, but do you think Kean should start? Yeah, that's definitely been asked.
Moise?
What else? Carl H says, having a single striker, whether Dominic Calvert-Lewin or Moise Kean, cannot get us enough goals for 6th. How do we get more goals in? 4-2-2, 4-4-2, 4-3-3.
Well, it works for other clubs though, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So it all depends on like creativity. Midfielders chipping in with goals, defenders chipping in with goals. It's a whole team thing. Obviously, Bernard has to score more goals this season.
Definitely.
Richarlison, Sigurdsson need to score a lot of goals. Keane and Dominic Calvert-Lewin, and then you need Andre Gomez and Gbamin to chip in with goals.
Centre forward's got to score 15 goals. Yeah, that's minimum, the next thing.
We look at the top 4, all of them had, I think everyone had a 20 goal score.
Bernard's got to score 7 or 8. Gylfi's got to score as many as he got last year.
15, 13 he got last year.
Richarlison's got to score the same as he got last year.
I hope so, yeah.
Gomez has got to score 5 or 6.
5, yeah.
Gbamin's got to score 2.
2 or 3, yeah.
Centre-backs have got to get 5, 6 between them.
Yeah.
Coleman's got to chip in. Dean's got to chip in. That's the only way you do it.
Yeah. Look at Liverpool. I think Everton scored last season.
Keith Powell says, if Delph was fit and Gbamin up to speed, don't you think that we would have entertained offers for Schneidlin? Management covering their asses, I guess.
No, I don't, because I think he wants to play a similar to, he wants a 6, and the only 2 players at the club who can play 6 are Gbamin and Schneidlin. Fabian Delph's not a 6.
Delph isn't what people think he is. He's more of a Gomez replacement than he is. And
yeah, he's a backup.
He's a ball player for backup for Gomez and Schneidlin and Gbamin. And that is Tom sort
Tom's
of
in the loop.
Tom is
he can play 10 as well.
The 10 more, but he can also play in a 3. And
it gives us different options.
Yeah. J Max says the liver bird's being painted blue. Thoughts? I mean, is that real?
The Echo said not, but good, great if it has. Who cares?
The Echo probably said not, and they'd already been painted.
They're quite behind with the source.
Michael Hulfacker says, did you see Dean's face in the tunnel when the siren went off and the roar came? Intimidation factor 10 plus infinity.
It's got to be a bear pit, hasn't it? I've said this before. Goodison's at its best when it's rocking. It's a bear pit. That's when we have our best results. All my favourite nights are Goodison when it's like that. And it's not when we win 5-0. It's quiet.
His name's Troy and he looks like an avatar. No more needs to be said.
Right, okay.
Glenn Watson says, how much playing time do you think Moise Kean against Villa? 40, 45. He's not going to play 40 minutes, is he? He's going to probably play an half an hour to 35.
Yeah, 35.
If he doesn't start, of course.
Which I don't think.
The Royal Blue 1878 says, where does Iwobi fit in your opinion?
Left wing or 10, or an 8 if we play a 4-3-3.
Keith Powell says, Burden Park semi-final versus Man United, my hero. Colin Harvey scored the winner, 1-0. Happy days. The White Pele. Was that 60?
Ray Palace.
Was that 68, was it? Or 66?
Colin Harvey?
Be 68, won't
68,
it?
yeah.
Yeah, be 68. What else? Guru Gary something. Said they were always blue.
There you go.
2K Brendan 10 says, will Everton play strong teams in the cup competitions?
I think you'll see a half. So there'll be some players from the first team who started already this season, and players will come in because that's what the cup competitions are used for. I think we'll get beat Lincoln. I think obviously as the games get harder, we'll get better teams.
Steve Robinson said tartar sauce is a must on fish finger butties.
That's fair enough. I've got no problem with that if you're from that.
Can we stop having arguments with Reds in the comments, please?
Who cares?
Jesus.
You shouldn't be in the comments anyway unless they're willing to ask interesting questions about it.
I'm not. I need to. I'm trying to keep everything going. I need a moderator. If only Joe was here, he could mod. Justin Cross says, will we get 60 points this season? We've got to.
Around that, yeah.
We've got to get 65 if we want Europe, as far as I'm concerned.
You mean 7th? No.
No, if we want Europe, 6th. Yeah, 7th's not Europe.
Well, no, because we'll win one of the cups anyway, so we'll be in Europe anyway, won't we?
Dark Arts says, cameo, word up. I got it. There you go. Down with the kids. If the kids were born in the 80s. Mike Foster says, red cod peace ped. I mean, I don't even know what he's hinting at there, but I'm slightly worried that he's...
Should have been hairpiece.
Sorry, I'm getting... Because we're so far behind on YouTube, we're getting, like, reactions to the jokes I made 20 minutes ago.
Yay!
Which is generally what happens. Warm Jam says, out of Bernard, Sigerton and Richie, whose place is most under threat?
I'd say probably Bernard's, because that's where the left-hand side is where he sees a movie.
You're so Bernardist. I'm
not. I really like Bernard. He's a great player. I've been trying to defend him for 12 months. He's a really good player.
Would you rather finish 4th or finish 8th and win the FA Cup?
It's easy to say the FA Cup because that would be the usual answer. Unfortunately, though, for the club, it's actually better to finish 4th.
Yeah,
long term.
I want a trophy.
Yeah, same. I do as well. I want to win the League Cup. I keep telling people this.
Cameron says tartar sauce is quality. There you go.
It is nice. I just wouldn't have it on a butty. That's just me.
Oh, have a butty.
Well, I don't know what that means. What are you doing that for?
That was you. The Royal Blue says, how good is Sadibi?
He's good, but he needs to learn how to keep his what's the word?
Kecks.
No, he goes. Okay. He presses far too high and gets out of position too much when he's defending. Marco Silva needs to sort that if he's to be a good Premiership player. He's a good player going forward, though.
Football with Brownie says, lads, I'm starting up my own channel and I hope it gets as popular as yours. Well done to you all. Yeah, good luck. I mean,
you don't want to happen, of course.
Don't try and rival us.
Sending the heavies like
he said 66 was in the semi-final, was it?
Oh, was it?
Yeah,
no, I thought 68.
Oh, hang on. Yeah, 66. Johnny Morrissey, 68. Fair dues. I'm getting to know me. I'm getting to know me history.
It's enough to make it. Oh.
Prince Rupert says, how come you don't have moderators on this channel anymore? Well, because there's me. Because Baz is on holiday and Joe's probably looking for Pete Price.
With Sol.
It's Sol down by the dock. So have a go at Joe. It's not. I can't do everything. I've got 2 laptops back to back, a phone,
and me,
and I've got no bloody drink left.
I see, man.
And I've just did a can of links.
It's Africa.
Tell it. I know what, when I used to do the radio, when I used to do KCC, when the African Nations, I was always, it's a 2-hour show, I was always looking for like new things. So my mate Eric used to send me like an MLS segment, and when the African Nations was on, I got this lad who was seen on Twitter who was like banging into African football. So I got him to do like a little segment for me for the whole tournament, and I put Africa as the bed. It was amazing. It's like it's a very underrated song.
It's a great song, one of the best songs of the 80s.
Terry McAllister says, do you believe that we're intending to get Iwobi and Zaha together at one point? If so, who do you think would have left the club as a knock-on?
I just can't see Zaha coming in now. I think it's going to cost too much. If they're in relegation trouble in January, they'll go down if they lose him. So and next summer he's 28. No, he's 28 next year. I just don't see it happening myself.
I don't. I think that ship
has move on.
Sailed. Ben says, have you watched the Leeds documentary? I have, and I've spoke about it on the Footy Show with Andy. So
I haven't seen it yet.
Check it out. It's good, but it's a little bit polished. But it's just Boss here and Russell Crowe going, the giant has awoken, and all that kind of
Are
thing.
you entertained?
Are you not entertained? I don't know why he's a Cockney.
Is that Phil Mitchell?
Yeah. I don't know what Phil Mitchell watches.
He's a man.
He's a man. He's a man's man.
With alcohol.
He's a man, baby. Boston Powers there.
Yeah, no. Sherbert.
Tim Jenkinson says, has Tosin been sold yet? No,
he's still there. Unfortunately, the terrible hair jokes he keeps getting, suffering's probably not good for him.
Ped, did you play as Soviets or Allies in Command and Conquer Red Alert?
Oh, what a game! Back in the day.
I've never played Command and Conquer ever.
At the Allied forces.
Never played it. Never played
Not
it.
the Axis
Am I
powers,
missing
like
out?
Soviets.
Am I missing out?
Back in the day, it was good for the PlayStation. Like,
What did I play on the PlayStation? I played like Metal Gear,
Abe's Odyssey,
Pez,
Grand Theft Auto, Jitter,
Grand Theft 3.
Force West, Vice City.
Yeah, I played that as well.
What's it gone?
5 on PlayStation, obviously. Uncharted.
Drake.
I love
I've
a bit.
played it in my life.
Love a bit of Drake. I love a bit of Drake. I need to put my big coat on. Right, what's happening on Patreon? Teddy Sass says, hello fellas, Emu was a bastard.
Yeah, you pushed off your roof, definitely.
I mean, that's unconfirmed. It's unconfirmed.
Can't time record a law.
It's unconfirmed that Emu...
You can't sue me, he's not a living thing.
But...
Allegedly.
His family might be watching.
Rod's family, Friday Grace Entertainment, was the Parkinson show, Michael Aspel show, whatever.
Parkinson, wasn't
Parkinson,
it? I don't know, might have been. They were both great men. I've just got visions of like the way he used to like crumple his own face and go. Did you ever used to watch a program called Star Stories?
With Kevin Bishop?
Yeah,
it was
it was
fantastic.
amazing, right? If you it'll be on like the Channel 4 thing, but one of them was the emu on it, and he just got him going, oh, okay, that bossed out, and he had like a cig in his mouth. Drink some of your water.
I like Anthems.
David Suggs, baggy trousers, says favourite league teams to watch outside the Premier League.
RB Leipzig under Julian Nagelsmann. Not Toffee, they're boring. Italy, I like a Sarri team. In Germany also, I like Dortmund under 5.
Sorry. Why did your mind take you to Getafe?
I was thinking of Spanish league and I remembered the Toffee.
Oh, you're those hipsters, Getafe.
Javier Bordelas plays a very Simeone negative system though.
Nigel Andrews says, alright lads, great show again. You mentioned yesterday about buying another club to blood the young players. What's your thoughts or are there any rules in place to stop us creating a club and work our way through the leagues?
You can't own another club.
That way you could put this was something Moise muted about having B teams. Martinez was
muted on what we used to do.
Muted.
Oh, sorry.
Martinez wanted B teams as well.
You do need it, yeah.
But you can't. You're not allowed it in this country. You're not allowed to. An owner's not allowed to own 2 clubs. What
you should do is do a cooperation agreement with the League 2 club where you both mutually agree to send 4 players there. The 4 players then play agreed.
It's why we nearly got in trouble. Remember when Johnson bought us and then suddenly someone went, he still owns Tranmere, and we nearly got in a bit of trouble.
And then he owned Tranmere for like 20 years after that.
Yeah, but then he put it in his missus' name, didn't he?
Yeah.
So
probably regrets that.
Thor Martinson says, hello from Reykjavik.
Oh boy.
Now that we finally have a bit of
Please not Gilfie, not again.
Not Gilfie. Stability and money to spend. Will Everton in a few years become a club with sustainable success? Well, not if you listen to some people's blogs.
I think they can be, and I think that's what Marcel Brand's plan is, to make it sustainable. It's going to take time though.
So he says, aiming for trophies every year, why not? I really think the club has got great potential and fans deserve more trophies. The base is more passionate than in the league. I think next summer, once hopefully the dross is all gone, and we've got an actual platform to build on, so hopefully next summer, well, Manalas definitely be gone.
Yep. Yes.
Nias definitely gone. Cuco Martina definitely gone.
Balassi should be gone.
Balassi will have a year left, but he should go. Besic will be gone.
Yeah.
Sandro forever. He's here forever.
Just give him a new contract. Why not? It's fun.
So most of those players that are taking a wage but not earning a wage will be gone at the club. And I think once we hit that platform, then I think a lot more things become open for us. And actually, when people say about we are still a sell to buy club, I think a lot of clubs are still sell to buy, But like we were saying before, if a club comes along, if we buy a player for 20 million, we won't, because you can't buy players for 20 million, and then sell them for 60,
That's good business.
and then reinvest and do the same thing again, while every time just doing it. That's what the Atletico Madrid model's been.
Just look at the net spends of Liverpool and Tottenham over the last couple of years. It's way under ours, because what they do is they sell players like Solanke for 20 million, and then they use that money to buy better players. That's what we need to. We need to make our younger players more desirable if we don't want them. The players on the fringes of the squad more desirable if we don't want them as well. So on and so forth.
Fed says Andy Sabello, is that how you pronounce it?
Caballos.
Okay, Caballos, then whatever. Performance from the weekend has got rave reviews. Is that something Andre Gomez has got in his locker, or are they different types of players?
He can do. Valencia Andre Gomez isn't like isn't that dissimilar. He can carry the ball into the final third. He can create. I always say that Andre Gomez is still playing within himself at times. Maybe we'll see that more this season. He's not been fit the first 2 games fully. So hopefully we see him carrying the ball into the final third and causing problems for teams.
Bit more dynamism, I think, from him.
Yes, I think you will see that.
Gary Ward, howdy, Derek Houghton. I'm earlier than Grotbags, and remember that. But we had Captain Pogwash and Master Bates, followed by Muffin the Mule. There you go.
Master who?
Stephen Kelly says one of the best football people to listen to is James Richardson, brilliant and
Yes.
very knowledgeable. Steve Riley says, do you reckon Gylfi could play on the left or the middle of on the left of a middle three in a proper 4-3-3?
He could do, yeah, by all means he could do. It depends if you want to play on the counter attack though. Again, his pace is not unreal, but I don't really like to talk about Gylfi because I feel like they are.
I feel like we've completely we're basically like.
Because one person's ruined Gylfi for everyone, and
No.
I'll be sorry about him. You know, Mr. Crazy on the.
Kane says, have you watched Manifest? Watched it a few months ago.
I watched the first episode. I thought it was way too quick. They were off the plane and into the story in about 5 minutes. I want more.
I'm gonna wait a little bit. I like the premise of it, but I've been burnt before by series like that.
It got a second series, so
Okay.
luckily.
So did Designated Survivor.
Designated.
Yeah, Designated Survivor. You're wasting Baz for picking me up.
Baz
No.
picking up from corners, does he?
Bench presses me. Robbo says you've got to have tartar sauce on fish from
No,
fish
mate,
finger butty.
I'm just a ketchup man, I'm sorry.
I'm just a ketchup man. Derek Houghton says, Everton have an anthem we just never sung anymore. We shall not be moved. Just like the team. Yeah, I get that, but come on, Degs, get with the times. Maybe you want to rave. Come on.
Get John Martin on the guitar singing it. John Martin, by the way, is one who sings Don't Worry Child.
There you go. There you go. Owen J. Peter says, only took 2 weeks for Mina to go from not good enough to destined for Barcelona return.
Well, it'll also take 2 weeks if he has one bad game for him to be wanting everyone wanting him off the team and wanting Zuma back. So all I say is patience. Let him see how he beds in this season.
It's all about the bedding in.
We love bedding in this club.
Thor says, should we be worried if Baines plays Friday?
No, not one game. I wouldn't worry. But if he played 10 games, then maybe I would worry.
Steve Kelly says, I will be buying the Pez, always been a FIFA man, but the new one looks awful, changed too much.
I've heard Pez is getting better and better and better.
It won
Game of the year.
it won Game of the Year at one of the thing.
It was terrible after 10 and then it come back.
Apparently your microphone's not loud enough. I think what it is I'm just loud. Probably.
I'll raise it up. Just like Josh Groban.
Some people saying they can't hear us, and some people saying no one's saying.
Can anyone hear me? Anyone?
Do you see Everton? Terry saying, do you see Everton cutting early from Umbro and Sports Payser?
You can't.
Umbro bollocksed up the kit releases, and Sports Payser are still here but aren't looking good overall.
I think Sports Payser are actually fine, just not in Kenya.
They're not defined. There's nothing going on with Sports Payser. It's all political.
It is. I think it'll all be. I think they'll be there for the foreseeable future. And to be honest, I wouldn't really want to go to Nike or Adidas unless we were a featured team.
Umbro.
Because they don't put any effort in unless you're a featured team, like one of the big teams for them.
The thing about Umbro is that
they haven't got anyone better.
It's not that they bollocksed up. It's that Everton left it so late to sign a contract that none of the kits or the training gear was ready. You're not going to get gear.
Look at order thousands if they've got no agreements, are they?
So, W. Mully says, thoughts on youth players? Surely better to get Gordon and Sims in now before they're too old and turn into the Dahl situation.
In what sense get them in now? They're not ready.
No.
Gordon's fantastic and Ellis Sims looks promising, but they're not ready for the first team. They won't play. There's no point in sitting them on the bench. Give them 6 months in the under 23s and then send them out on loan for the rest of the season is my idea. Gordon's very good though, very good.
It's about having a pathway for them,
He's
isn't
got
it?
2 players in front of him that are currently better, and I include Theo Walcott in that, even though he's not going to be better. Well, Gordon, like a year, probably be better, but at this moment in time, Walcott's experience is required.
Okay. Cameron says, have I ever met Inchy? Have I ever met Inchy?
Adrian
I
Heath.
think I have. Baz has. Well, he was in Florida last time.
Oh, just often goes and meets Adrian Heath, does he?
Yeah, met Kaka as well.
Oh, he did. I've seen the picture, yeah. Fair enough. I haven't met Kaka.
No, I've not met Kaka.
Ricardo Azazio.
Spider-Man 4, Spider-Man on the PS4 is boss.
I
It
bet it's
is.
good, yeah.
It is.
I haven't played games. Not even Football Manager, surprisingly, forever.
Football with Brownie says, did either of you go to Rotterdam in '86?
I was born a year later, so no, unfortunately.
I was, what, 6?
Sadly, I would have loved to go on. It would be like my lifelong dream to go and watch Everton in the European final. It really would be. Even a semi, do me.
I mean,
I've never seen
I'll
it.
keep me space.
Yeah.
Thoughts? This is from Nathaniel. Thoughts on the Amazon rainforest being on fire?
Well, they cut it down to for cows anyways, aren't they? So
Well, they're cutting it down for thingy oil. What's it called?
crude.
No, the other one. What's
Oh, the oil, the palm oil.
it? Yeah, palm oil. No, but it's bad, isn't it? And it's only really come out in the last 2 days. It's been on fire for 3 weeks, and apparently that's.
Is it hot weather though more than it is?
No, but apparently like they haven't done nothing because the new Brazil president is nasty. He wants it all gone, even though it's.
You want one of the biggest oxygen suppliers.
It's
in the
called
world.
the lungs of the world, isn't it? Essentially.
Well, no, the there's things in the sea that actually belong to the world, but we'll not get into science stuff.
Are you sure?
Yeah, there's.
No, that's what it's called though.
Yeah, it's called that, but
The
it's
lungs.
not the word. They'll just end up like the Sahara one day. The Sahara was a rainforest originally. I think. Maybe I'm just.
Yeah, but the point being is that when it became a desert, there was something else to replace
Well,
it.
unfortunately for me, unfortunately for us, it's not going to affect us in our lifetime, is it?
Oh, that sounds like a Tory. Sounds like a
cop-out.
Tory.
Tories are idiots.
Why is there so many reds in the comments?
Because they've got no lives.
You're obsessed. You're obsessed with us. It's not the other way around.
Just block them all. Idiots.
Right.
If you want to ask football questions, I'm more than happy to answer them, but don't waste your time and block up the comments.
Touch a girl or something. I mean, obviously with consent.
No, with consent. I mean, no. Don't say that.
Derek Hilton says, sorry, I get it, I'm 60 and I'm in my 53rd season. I remember doing the book walk on the Stretford end and the clock end Arsenal.
Oh, I can imagine.
Amazing.
Imagine us playing Everton 53
Derek's
seasons.
seen
That's an effort, that.
Derek's seen everything. He knows where all the
But we're
bodies
saying
are.
that, you've got those like 35, 40 years of fantastic winning things every other year and every couple of years. And then, obviously, for my generation, it's been nothing except the FA Cup.
For the love of Everton said, managed to get a selfie with Moise Kean yesterday at the Trafford Centre.
Nice.
There you go.
Does his brothers come over with him? Is it Giovanni or just Giuseppe, one or two?
LA Walkway says the Piv would be a boss footy manager. Be boss on footy manager.
Yeah, I used to play. I don't play it anymore.
Do you feel like it's cheating?
No, I feel like I'd rather try and do it in real life.
Oh, there you go.
That's the opportunities afforded to me.
Mal Young says if a band was to play Goodison, who would you like it to be?
Is that Mal Young from AC/DC saying that?
Well, apparently so.
if it was well, Led Zeppelin. I'm a big Led Zeppelin fan, so but obviously not going to get back together. But that would be my choice.
Tom McKitten.
What?
Tom McKitten. That's all I want.
It's McLaren. Whatever.
That's all I want.
Which lineup though?
I mean, any of them.
No, it's fine.
They're not as bad as who are the other ones? The Sugar Babes. They're the ones. It's like Tingle's brush, that. It's like his brush.
34 new heads and 24 new handles.
I've had that since brand new.
Classic.
Saying that, my old car was a bit like Tigger's brush.
Bush or brush?
Both. Who'll finish further? Arsenal, Tottenham. That's from Shrikar.
It's Tottenham. I think Arsenal finished 4th though. The strikers and that addition of Caballos.
Mal Young, did you hear Peter Reid on Radio Merseyside chatting about the Irish backstop or Brexit? I didn't, but I read this piece. But did you see the video from last night with Soft Ollie talking on the Sky programme?
It was someone clueless, wasn't
What's
it?
his name? He used to be the Blackpool manager.
Oh, Holloway. He
He
embarrassed himself.
He was talking about handball,
Yeah.
and it led him into
He
Brexit.
was embarrassing, yeah.
Literally.
Ian Holloway's one of the most interesting interviews, but get off TV, honestly.
Yeah. Zach Baller says, Yakubu or Lukaku?
Lukaku, better player. Oh, yeah, but
Interesting.
Lukaku's more of a goal scorer.
Interesting. Right, I'm going to check the pip. I'm going to check
I'm here, hello.
Patreon, and then because we've done over an hour, and
How many likes have you got?
I don't give a monkeys as long as the stream's old and firm.
What's the last question?
Yeah, Lucas says the Amazon provides 20% of the world's oxygen. We are for who?
Yeah, we are, but I think the whole world's
Do you know what's horrible? When you see stuff like that, don't you always think someone will come in and sort that out? And no one.
Everything's capitalism, isn't it? Why would anyone sort anything else?
Where are your Elon Musk? What these people have got to understand is, right, no like your Elon Musks, no like Jeff Bezos.
Yeah, but they all run companies that make money.
But what if there's no people to buy their stuff?
But they'll be probably dead at the time it happens, so they're not bothered. This is the problem. People only care about their generation and their lives.
Of course, that's what I'm saying. I
know
know that. But why aren't it? Well, no, but put it this way, right? So what's the basis then for those people trying to get to Mars? Because they won't be able to enjoy it in their lifetime.
The fuel, the carbon footprint, it's all the same thing, isn't it?
No, but the point being is that how are they ever going to enjoy a legacy on Mars? Surely the legacy should be to say, well, I saved Earth. Imagine that was it, you saved Earth. Earth sponsored by Amazon.
Matthew McConaughey tried in Stella.
The Amazon could be sponsored by Amazon.
You can't buy the Amazon though, can you?
You can if you save it and put
Actually,
trees.
I'm sure the Brazilian government accept a hefty pay rise, yeah. That's a great question, that last one.
Joe Mack says, will Joaquin Phoenix Joker surpass Heath Ledger's and Jack Nicholson's?
Former, no. Latter, yes.
Do you think Nicholson's better than?
No, I mean you can't surpass Heath Ledger's performance. It's. But I watched the trailer. Yeah, the trailer was on. I went to see Once Upon a Time in Hollywood yesterday. That's a good film, by the way. I want to go see it. But
go on. I'm sorry, I'm just having you on.
Nicholson's was quite camp.
It was very camp.
When I watched the trailer for the Joker yesterday, I really loved the tears of a clown sort of thing. He's sort of this like funny man, but you can see his descent into madness, and I like that.
What I like about Heath Ledger's is that it's all the misdirection.
Yeah,
so it's like at the beginning, you don't know that he's the boss, and then when he's like keeps on telling people the different reasons why he got the scars, which is a bit like the Killing Joke.
Yeah, he gets different jokes, doesn't he? Yeah.
But what I would say is, if you are going to watch the Joker, make sure you watch King of Comedy first.
Yes, it's very similar.
Watch that
tone, yeah.
So you can get an idea of what they're trying to do. The King of Comedy is a very, very underrated film. Basically about a guy who's not funny, who's got something wrong with him. And this was made at like the late 70s, early 80s.
84.
Was it? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it's De Niro.
And Joey Lewis, Joey Lewis, yeah.
Yeah.
From the Rat Pack fame, yeah. Wasn't it?
No, he wasn't in the Rat Pack.
No, he was with Dean Martin.
He was with Dean Martin.
Yeah.
So basically it's about a guy who's got some issues, who thinks he can be a comedian, who says basically if he can get on the Tonight Show, which is basically what he's trying to do,
like Johnny Carson,
he'll get famous for being on the Night Show. So then he decides that he's going to kidnap the guy, and then he'll get famous for kidnapping him. And then by kidnapping him, he'll get a job, he'll get on as a comedian, and then that'll make him famous. And it's mad, because essentially that's just how people get famous now, not kidnapping. But
have you heard how Robert De Niro made an authentic anger between the two? He was uttering anti-Semitic remarks to Lewis in between takes. He made him really angry. It's not obviously nice and not advisable, but
that's how real it is.
He tried it, yeah.
That's how real. So make sure you watch that. Right, Derek Hulton says my first game was the 1966 FA Cup final, 8-7.
Oh, come on.
There you go. He said he went Charabang, leaving at midnight Friday, walking up Wembley Way and realising football was really in colour, not in black and white, white and grey on the TV. I was a ball boy at Goodison during Brazil versus Portugal.
When Eusebio got it, didn't Pele or Eusebio get injured at Goodison?
And he met Pele and Eusebio. Derek, you should come up here. I know.
Off.
I'd love to get you in here and have a chat with you.
That's memories, that.
That is tremendous. That is tremendous. Absolutely tremendous stuff like that. Right.
Baby.
Let me just check the YouTube, just see if anyone's like gonna give me a good question, or is it just people fighting with Reds? Just seems to be fighting Reds. Bart says, listening to the lads talk about food. Okay. Has that made you hungry? MA says, I'd swap the Euro FA Cup for the Prem easily. So, yeah, getting into Europe and the FA Cup for the Prem. I don't know what that means. Yeah, there's just loads of people fighting. What are you fighting for?
Block the Reds.
I can't. Right.
Just ignore them. So honestly, do you think if we won the European Cup, we'd be bothered about Liverpool? No, we wouldn't.
LA Walkway, any other content tonight, lads? Yes, it's on Patreon. It's called the Premier League Show. Go and get it.
FMO.
And the preview will be out as well, the Villa preview. Right, I'm going to refresh Patreon one more time, and then that will be it, because Gary Ward says King of Comedy is a great flick, and Joe Max says De Niro is in the Joker too. That's why he's in the Joker, because of the links.
But it's Todd Phillips, who's obviously the Hangover director. He's directed the film. It's his lifelong dream to do a Joker origin story, isn't it? Which is never actually. I think did Moore or Miller do a Joker in the 80s? The Joker. Was the Killing Joke or Year One?
Killing Joke.
Yeah.
Year One's not.
It was
really.
the Red Hood, wasn't it? Yeah,
But Killing Joke's like his origin.
Yeah.
Sort of.
That's the only.
But they say that there's more than one.
Yeah,
They've always said there's like 3 Jokers and there's more Jokers.
I only want one Joker.
Yeah, there you go. But going back to what you were saying before about Jack Nicholson,
He's a good Batman then.
when that came out, because most people in this country certainly had grown up with the camp Batman,
Pow.
and a lot of people hadn't got into Frank Miller's. No one really knew what that was gonna be, and when it came out, it just blew everyone out the water.
Yeah.
And the soundtrack with Prince was amazing.
Yeah, it was class. Yeah.
But originally the soundtrack was supposed to be Prince would do all the Joker music, and Michael Jackson was going to do all the Batman
music.
It was going to be Michael Jackson versus Prince, and they couldn't get Michael Jackson to his schedule. He wanted to do it, but that would have been amazing. I mean,
It was supposed to work together earlier on Say, but McPartland took over, didn't he? It's a true story.
But there you go. So that would have been amazing, but
I like Keaton's Batman. I think
it's brilliant.
The early Batman's is the best.
It's brilliant. The first one, but the second one was just a bit too dark.
Yeah, it was. It went gothic, didn't it?
There you go. We're going to wrap it up. We've given you like well over an hour, and the stream is held. So thank you very much for all getting involved. This is what we are capable of, and this is what we do on Patreon. Monday, Tuesday, I mean obviously today it's on Patreon as well.
It's Wednesday today.
And on Thursdays we do it. So get involved. If you want live videos every single day, we have a bit of a laugh. It's good. It's good. For chat, have a laugh. Talk about films, food, fish finger butties, football now and again. We try and stay away from.
But I don't really care about politics anymore.
I do, but people tell me off.
Yeah, yeah, it's my best to avoid, isn't it?
It is. It's a very like.
And especially when there's loads of Reds who are Tories in the chat. You know
well, Reds are Tories.
Yeah.
They're quite equally Reds Tories.
They go hand in hand.
They literally do, hand in hand against Tories.
Socialism.
Yeah, against
the people of England.
Reds against socialism. It's a well-known saying.
Definitely.
There you go. Anyway, thank you for watching Toffee TV. Well, if you're on Patreon, I'll see you tomorrow live. If you're not on Patreon, I'll see you next Wednesday live. And in the videos
I'll see you in the future.
Like McFly and Busted.
I don't like
Mac Busted. See what I did there?
Yeah.
See you later.
Pip pip.
That's the worst sign off ever.
Well, I'm trying different ones. Did Cheerio, so on and so forth. Anyway, bye.